Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday! Here at the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel. For a second, I felt like I didn't even have a mic on.
You do. You do.
We're mic'd up. We're ready to go.
It's just new to you. You've not been here in a while, so it's just new.
Thank you for the warm welcome. We're so excited to be here. I love it on a Tuesday. That's what it is. It's the Tuesday.
It's the Tuesday.
It's the Tuesday. How are you guys doing? We're so excited to have you here. Y'all better just buckle up.
Yes.
Buckle up.
Because it's hopefully not going to be a long one, but there's potential.
There's a lot going on for this project.
There is a whole lot going on for this project, but y'all, what I'm going to show you today is truly going to blow your mind.
Totally.
Because we're using Waterslide on wood. And HTV on wood.
I love it. HTV on wood is my thing.
It is.
If you guys have not tried it, you'll be obsessed with it once you do. It's gonna be so good. And the water slide on wood actually is really neat as well.
Yes.
It's not as common.
Nope.
So water slide, if you are new to water sliding at all, just buckle up. This
Water
is probably
sliding.
This is probably not your best intro to water slide training that we have.
No.
This is more for someone who has maybe water slide, like understand the principle of water sliding or the water slide technique.
Water slide, yeah.
And anything like that. So that's the disclaimer. This is gonna be an amazing project. It's so fun. It's gonna look totally store-bought.
Yes.
You're gonna be able to take this technique and morph it for birthdays, for holidays, I could see this technique with like Santa's sleigh, like have AI make you some really cool images.
That would be really
and
cute.
do like a Santa sleigh or like cookies with Santa, like all sorts of
do
different
like the little
signs.
snow scene on the bottom with like the
Yes.
reindeer.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some holiday signs with this, but just use that and like take it. We have a really great spring summery approach for today's project. So just utilize the techniques and modify it for any upcoming things. Graduation, birthdays, celebrations, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Mother's Day.
Yes, because water slide really is such a versatile material that it's one of those that takes a minute to understand and grasp. But at the same time, really and truly, I personally think it's pretty darn easy once you understand it.
The most overwhelming part is just understanding what's happening.
Yes.
The actual doing of it is so easy.
Yes.
Like there's nothing to really fret, nothing to really stress about, nothing like that.
No, so the biggest thing, and we'll go over that when we start with the project, but the biggest thing is just learning that you have to do your layers of polyacrylic, like spray polyacrylic on it, and that's what holds the paper together when you put it in the water. So anyway, we'll talk more about that once we get to the project, but y'all, we have a big, we've touched on it, but you've heard us talk on the channel about pivots and all this stuff.
We're so excited. So I'm so excited to announce our amazing Profit Creator Workshop. It is a free 3-day experience. Now, it is a free 3-day experience. Last week, if you had purchased a regular ticket for it, we're automatically upgrading that to a VIP ticket, complimentary of us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. What we're excited to do is offer the VIP after you register. So you go ahead and claim your free spot. That is going to allow you to attend the live trainings free, and that gives you a very short window to watch them, meaning you have to watch within 24 hours of each day.
Yes.
All right? Now, here's the deal. If you want to get the most support, if you want to get lifetime access and additional coaching with me as your coach, you must go ahead and say yes to the VIP experience. You cannot buy that VIP experience until you just register for free. So as soon as you register for free, you'll have the option to do $27, very affordable, 3 extra hours of coaching with me. What? It is gonna be awesome. I wanna go over the Creator Pro Workshop. This is something people have asked me to teach on multiple times about how you can really make money being a creator. So I'm just spending 3 days.
Yep.
Like this is not an hour workshop.
Nope.
This is slow and steady. We're building up everything over the course of 3 days. It's gonna be phenomenal. I'm so excited to teach it. We're going to teach you at day 1 the new way to monetize your knowledge. A lot of you just need to be exposed to this and understand the philosophy, understand how you can really get paid for what you know. If you have a business and you want to bring it online, if you have experience and you want to get it online, it is so good. Day 2, I'm teaching the Profit Creator Framework and really diving into what it looks like to be a profitable creator. What does this posting look like? How do you show up? How do you pick your niche? Like all of these things. How do you take what you know and make it profitable, right? And then last day of the event, we're focusing on the blueprint to profit, right? Because most people that you know that work on the internet or make, put videos on TikTok, videos on YouTube, they have trouble actually making money. So we're going to lay out the complete blueprint on what I would do if I was starting at 0 to build and to be a profitable creator.
Right.
Because all of you that want to be a creator, if you follow this channel, because secretly you want to be a creative and post online and build a community of your own, this is for you. So anyone that wants to learn business tactics, business strategy, understand how to be that profitable creator that I know you can be, from someone that's been doing it, literally it's the only job I've ever had since 2010, before the word influencer was a thing, you can come to the workshop. And it's free.
Absolutely.
And the VIP experience is where you can grab a ticket. What will happen is the hour after the workshop class, we will have directly after, we'll jump into a Zoom room where you can raise your hand and get coaching. So that's where I can work with you on developing your niche, work with you to develop your audience, what type of content, what platform's best, all of that for $27 is kind of crazy. So go ahead, sign up down below. You'll have that opportunity. We're super, super excited. We cannot wait. And it is going to be so fun. So yay, love it, love it, love it, love it. So good. Okay, here's the deal. Yes, Inner Circle already has got a VIP ticket. So if you haven't registered, just go ahead and check your email or just email customer care. They'll give you the code. If you are in our Design, Make, Sell Inner Circle, you have access to that. So just go ahead and grab your free ticket in your email. So yay, I love it, I love it. I guess I'm a newbie because what is Waterslide? You're going to learn all about that at today's class. It's gonna be so good.
I'm excited.
Lauren, are you ready to dive into supplies?
I say let's do it.
Let's do it. Yay.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So first up, you can see we have our super cute, and let me move this out of the way so you guys can see better. I mean, look how stinking cute.
Love it.
This looks so good. So we're going to be creating this sign out of Waterslide decal and HTV. I would say let's go overhead, but can they even see it?
You could put it overhead just to get a close-up of the Waterslide. I think will be so important.
Okay, beautiful. So here is what the Waterslide looks like. Now, there are some things that with this sign, we are changing and doing different, and I will show you guys when we make the new one, but look how stinking cute. And we are going to be sealing this. So stick around and I'm gonna show you how we seal this. But let me move this off the table because I have so much going on and I need to be able to think. Yay. So first thing is we're gonna start with this blank. Now this blank came from Hobby Lobby. It's in the wood pile section. You don't have to have this blank. You all can do this on any other blank that you have or you want to use. This is just the one that we used for this project. It should be linked down below. The name is the whitewashed sign. This is a 12 by 36 inch sign, okay?
Love it.
So it's a big boy. So we have, as you can see, we've already started applying this because we technically try to keep our lives under an hour and a half or so because we want to be knowledgeable of your time. We don't want to keep you for any longer than we have to. So we have already started applying this, but I'm going to show you exactly how to apply it when it comes over here. After we get it cut and I tell you exactly what to do, we will apply this and go from there. So you do have to have your blank sign, and I will scoot that out of the way for the time being. Whoops.
So fun.
The next thing that is very important with this project is the inkjet Waterslide decal paper. So what this is, and specifically the Sunny Scopa brand, because we used an off brand, but it did not hold up like the Sunny Scopa did. It's like the water started dissolving
the film.
And like the colors started running.
You get what you pay for.
It was not good. So if you are going to buy Waterslide decal, I highly suggest getting the Sunny Scopa brand. We get it in the clear. Yeah. And this is what it's going to look like when you purchase it, okay? So this is what the clear looks like. It gives you written out instructions here, but we're gonna show you exactly how to do that. But the back of it, it says inkjet/clear. So that means you print on this side. And then after you print, there is a process that you do have to go through where you add in, this is just the matte clear protectant. So this is, you can either use a spray polyacrylic or you can use this. This just came from, I'm pretty sure this came from like Walmart.
Yes.
It's just the clear sealant that you are going to spray on top of your Waterslide decal. And we'll go into more detail once we get there. But you're going to put 3 layers of this on your Waterslide decal, and it's going to give it like a rough texture kind of.
Right.
Like this right here is very smooth. This is going to feel rough once you put the layers on here that you need, okay?
Yes.
So we have the Sunny Scopa Waterslide decal paper. We have our polyacrylic. The other things you're going to need is some type of HTV for your wording, HTV to match your colors. The first one we actually did like warm color florals. This next one we're doing cool tone florals, and I'll show you where you can find those on our website here in just a minute. You are going to need a mat, just a standard grip mat. You may need a more sticky mat for the inkjet or for the Waterslide paper. So standard grip or higher for this. And then finally, we are going to seal it with our Maker's Magic Mat.
Love it.
I'm so excited to use this. We do have a paintbrush and a vinyl glove, just because there is a trick with this Maker's Magic and the Waterslide decal that I want to show you guys, and this is just going to ensure that it stays down very, very well, okay?
Love it.
We also have a bucket of water. You have to have water for a Waterslide decal. And then finally, we do have our mini easy press, and this is just going to help us apply our HTV onto our sign.
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions about our supplies right now?
I don't think so. People said they're excited to try it. They've got some packs on clearance, haven't used it. I will say most Waterslide usually will be good. I've worked with a lot of different brands. I think We Are Memory Keepers is one of the first brands I worked with, and they were great. So Amazon has great ones. This one will be linked down below for you guys if you're ready to try some out. Definitely use the link down below. We have it. And Debbie says, where do you order the bucket of water?
Oh man, we ordered that off Amazon.
Right. We got our IKEA basket, a little bucket,
yeah,
and water's from the kitchen sink. So
yeah. Okay. So first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to hop over to our share screen. I'm gonna try to find our project, and then we will get started. There it is. Beautiful. Here, if Cricut will load, you all know how that is.
Yep.
Well, while that's loading, we can hop over to the Maker's Gonna Learn website.
So good.
And we can go ahead and get all of our files that we're going to be using today. So first we're gonna pop over to our cut files, and like I said, we have both warm tones and cool tones. We'll just type in watercolor floral. And I think this one is gonna be under the banner, but I want to show you, yes, okay. So here is the warm tone watercolor floral banner. And here is the cool tone watercolor floral banner. But we do also have somewhere, Alicia said that we had individuals. So let's just type in watercolor flower because I want to show you guys just for in case for some reason you are not creating a full banner. Like this would be super pretty on like a smaller wood sign. We do have some really pretty like watercolor flowers on our website that you could still use with this. Let's just type in watercolor because like
there's so many.
We have so many watercolor files, but like for some reason they're not popping up. So you can see here, like I said, we have lots.
Oh my gosh, okay, that winner, if you like something like that, or the
Do you not remember the little address labels that I made with these?
Yes,
that was very cute.
But like images like this is where like the water slide can really shine.
Yes, those trees on the bottom of a sign.
Come on. Y'all.
And those should be, they're not. I thought they might be repeating, but I don't think they are. But that may be something that we'll do in the future is like create more like repeating smaller things. That way you can stack them. So anyway, you all can see that there's lots of different options here. So let's go back and find here is the Cool Tone Watercolor Floral Banner. So this is what we are going to be using. To download that, you're going to click this download. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can click download, you can click the arrow pointing down. Either way, it's going to come here in your downloads, but you do have to double click it. Actually, you don't, because it's just a PNG. This is not an SVG, so you don't have to unzip the folder. The next files that we're gonna be using are fonts. So we're gonna pop over to our fonts, and we are going to use Violetta and Celine today. So Violetta is going to be the first one that we use. That one's going to be just our, kind of like our regular sans serif font. And then the Celine is going to be the cursive. So once again, we're gonna download that by pointing the arrow just pointing down, and then I will install both of those fonts here in just a minute, but I'm going to grab Celine next. Here is the Celine. And then we are going to download that one as well. I love
Celine.
Yes, Celine is a favorite. So we're gonna unzip Celine.
Now here's the deal, y'all. We have a huge announcement coming tomorrow. We're having a release party.
Oh yeah.
Sadie has spent 6-8 months. Sadie, it's been a while. It's been a very long time. This happened because Sadie started doing these amazing TikToks about like merging fonts and pairing.
I think it was like a collaboration with Sadie and Alicia, because Alicia was like, everybody's always asking what fonts I pair together.
Yes.
So then they kind of collaborated together. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Videos. Yeah, started making videos and just showing like these fonts paired together, and we're like, this is so good. All of our members need a resource.
Yes.
So tomorrow, buckle up.
Buttercup.
Because you are going to be, Makers Gonna Learn members across the board. You will be getting, for the first time ever, the Makers Gonna Learn font pairing resource that you didn't even know you needed. You actually know you needed it, and you asked us to make it. So Sadie had such an amazing project. We were so excited to bring it together. So get ready, because if you're not a Makers Gonna Learn member, come back tomorrow. You will not want to miss this. We have a special little offer for anyone that is trying to become a member.
Yep.
So stay tuned. And if you are a member, we are ready to give you all the font pairing. Like, it is going to be the top resource you go to for crafting, period.
For sure.
Seriously.
For sure. Okay. So we have a lot going on here on the layers panel, and I don't know where it's at. A lot of layers,
a lot of things.
I'm not sure where it's at.
So good.
It's like, oh, it's down
Kim
here.
said, I knew I needed it. Yes, Kim, exactly.
Okay, so we got a lot of stuff going on down here. Let's just move all of this down, and we're not even gonna worry about this layers panel today because there's a lot, and we're just gonna hide it all. Let's just hide everything so we don't get confused, because I don't want to delete, but I don't want to confuse you guys. So we have downloaded everything that we need. We haven't Well, first of all, Cricut re-updated or reopened itself, so all of our fonts should be in there now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the watercolor floral that we're going to be using. So we're going to go to upload image, and then I'm going to pull up my Finder, and this cool watercolor floral here, the PNG, I'm going to drag and drop it into Cricut. Here is where it's at. We are going to select complex because there are a lot of details for this file, so you must click complex for this.
Yes. If you don't, you're not going to get the file right.
I mean, this is what the simple looks like, and I can't even zoom in on that, but just watch it go from simple to complex.
Wow.
That is the big difference.
Yeah.
This is why we are choosing complex for this one.
Yes,
From here, we're going to click continue. Now you can see that it has a transparent background. Here is a good spot. If you wanted to, you can section these out and like get rid of everything around it and just have a single flower if you want to. We're not gonna do that today. We're just leaving it as is and hitting apply and continue. We are using this as a print and cut image, and then we are gonna upload this into our folders, and then we're gonna add it to our canvas. Now, the cool thing about this project is if you are wanting to complete this project exactly like we are doing it on the banner, the size banner that or the size sign that we have, this comes in, or it doesn't come in, but this comes perfectly sized or proportioned for this sign. So this sign specifically is, what did I say it was?
Will you hold
12
that up?
by 36.
I just love, for anybody, will you just hold up the label? Just overhead, just because I feel like everyone here that loves recreating our projects to a T, screenshot this. Take a picture, pause the camera, take a picture of this. This is the exact barcode that you need to recreate this project.
Can they see that very well, Sadie? Okay,
Yay.
beautiful.
Take a picture, take it to Hobby Lobby, say, I want this exact one.
Yeah. So this is a 12 by 36 inch sign. So what I'm going to do now back in Design Spaces, I'm going to grab a square.
For $23, this is a steal. I feel like that's a good deal, and you usually get it on sale, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's no way we paid $23 for this.
No, but like even like the regular price, I was expecting it to be a little higher.
Yeah,
so
no,
I love it. It's a big sign.
So we've brought a square in. Now what we're going to do is unlock it. The height of it needs to be 12, and then the width needs to be 36.
Love it.
We're going to have to zoom out today, guys. We'll change the color to white just so we can see. Beautiful. And then I'm going to bring that to the front. To the front. There we go. And now you can see that actually our watercolors are pretty perfect based on the size of the sign. So what you can do now is just, I'm actually going to shrink it just a little bit just to give us a little wiggle room on both sides. Beautiful. But here's the issue.
Tell us.
Our Waterslide decal is only 8.5 by 11.
Right. Some people are asking like the best sizes and things, so I'm really excited you're addressing this.
Okay. So our Waterslide decal is only 8.5 by 11, which you all know, even with it being 8.5 by 11, we can't slice this at 11 inches in width. It's just not possible because with print and cut, it's going to print, or it's going to print on your paper. You still have to have your registration marks. So really a good rule of thumb is if you make it 10.5 inches every time you sauce it, you're going to have enough at the end, right? Or you know it's going to fit onto your paper. So now what I want to do is I'm going to grab another shape. If you'll give me a second, we're going to grab another square. And we are going to make this square, the width truly, or the height, just needs to be as large as the flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to size that square to fit, at least cover the flowers as far as the height wise. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock it. I'm leaving the height the same, but the width, which is this way, I'm actually going to change it to 10.5. So now what we are going to be able to do is we're going to be able to find breaks in these flowers. And what you can do is change your square from Operation Basic Cut to God. That way you can see where you are going to be slicing, because we are going to have to slice a few different times. So my suggestion to you, we have our guide here, go ahead and duplicate it about 3 or 4 times, because we're gonna keep these down here because we're gonna need them, because when you slice, it's going to slice out the inside of this guide as well. So that's why I'm saying go ahead and duplicate a couple, put them down here in the corner, and then you can go from there. So I personally don't want to slice. You want to try not to slice down the middle of something that has complete full color. So find breaks in your pattern. My suggestion is find breaks in your pattern, like right here. If we zoom in, you can see that this breaks on a smaller flower and down here barely at a stem. So it's not going to be as hard to line up when it's this small area versus if I had laid it right down the middle of that big flower, okay?
Right.
So we're wanting to make sure we cover everything, but also, like I said, we're wanting to have a little bit of area. You want to try to slice in more of an inconspicuous area, okay? So we have that there. What we're gonna do is we are going to, with our guide selected here on our layers panel, we are going to come down here to where it says Cool Watercolor Florals. Now I'm going to show you guys another trick here in just a second, and we're gonna click, or with our keyboard, we're gonna hit Shift and click that again. So now you can see when we zoom out, it looks like it is highlighting the whole thing plus this guide. Once you have these 2 layers selected, because you can only slice 2 layers at a time, what we are going to do, we are going to come down here to the bottom and we are going to select Slice. Now, it's going to take it a minute.
Now, I do have to say, I'm very impressed that I just always assumed that guides you couldn't slice from. So that is awesome.
You can.
Like, that is incredible.
So now we have this one. But here is the next thing that is very important for you guys when it comes to this project, okay? And it's going to save you a headache in the long run.
Tell us.
Now, what you need to do, up here you see that there is slice result, and that what we have selected is this one. Go ahead, if you double click this, you can rename it, and we're gonna put layer 1. This is the one you're gonna start with, okay?
Very important.
Or piece 1. Piece number 1. Let's just do layer 1.
So then they would rinse and repeat and slice the entire rest, just like you did that first one.
Yes. So now we have layer 1. I'm gonna bring this over here, okay? I'm going to come back down here. We'll grab a guide and we're gonna zoom in again. Now we're going to choose another area, which I'm gonna bump it down here because
that's an easy one.
That's an easy one. That's an easy, and it's okay if your guide is a little further this way, because like I said, we made this guide 10.5 inches. So if it's smaller than 10.5 inches, perfect. That just means that you know it's going to fit on a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, okay?
Right.
So once again, our guide is selected. This is still our original file. It is slice result. So once again with your keyboard, Shift held down or spacebar. Actually, spacebar doesn't work. It's just Shift. I thought it was Shift or another one. So guide selected, Shift on your keyboard, click your slice result or click your flowers here. We're gonna come back down here and we're going to slice again.
Amazing.
Debbie asks a good question. Debbie says, why can't you just duplicate the first one? Okay, so here's our first one. Let's zoom in just to our first one. And this is why you can't just duplicate the first one. So if we duplicate this and we're wanting to take it on down, Do you see how those flowers don't match up? Like it just looks weird? And you're just gonna have the same flowers over and over and over. This is why we don't just duplicate the first one. Now what we can do, we're going to get rid of that guide. We're keeping that, getting rid of this. And this, remember, we're gonna come up here, this, nope, not that. I want this one selected. We're going to layer 2, rename it. That way we keep them in order, because now we can come up here and you can see that we can put these two back together and it looks exactly like it was before.
Yeah.
That is why we don't slice and just duplicate the first slice.
Love it.
Okay, we're coming back and we're gonna get 2 more slices out of this. This is not gonna, you're not gonna be able to fit this all, clearly it's 15 inches. You're not gonna be able to fit this all on one thing. So we're gonna bring in our guide. I think honestly, like, can I fit this other flower in there? We'll do it right there, okay.
Love it.
So we'll zoom in. I was trying to do it on this side, but I feel like this greenery right there is a little much, so I decided to come on the other side of the flower. We're still gonna be slicing through some of this greenery, but it's not as much. So once again, our guide selected, shift key, florals, slice. Then your guide, you're gonna have to get rid of. We want this, we don't want this, and we don't want this. We're gonna zoom back out. This comes up here, fits in perfect, and then we're renaming this layer 3, and now this one will be layer 4.
What's it saying? Too big?
It's saying it's too big.
It does look pretty large.
10.4 though, 10 and a half, I would think would fit, but it's 9.93. So this is why it's important.
Yes, I agree.
Because now what we're gonna have to do, because none of that fits, what you would have to do is select all of this and actually size it down. And it's still saying, no, it works now. So that's why it's important. I guess if I were doing this, I would slice this in, I would probably make it 10 inches, not 10.5, okay? So yes, if you're getting an error message on the side, just know how to resolve that error message is by clicking on it. This says it's not supported by my Explorer 3. It's just because we're using it as a guide. These are gonna say that these images are low resolution when they're not. They're gonna print perfectly fine. Cricut has just been saying low resolution images.
Right.
So anyway, if you are going to be slicing, I would personally, I'm gonna tell you guys to make your guide 9 to 9, or you could probably do 10 to 9.5 inches and then slice that way. That way you know you don't have to do what I just did. And now I have like a little gap here and a little gap here, which
you can center it and you won't even be able to tell.
Exactly. You can center it. You won't be able to tell. The only people that will be able to tell is you and me. And
as just a little like food for thought, why this could be better than making it like to the very edge. It's a lot easier to do things when with the type of frame Lauren's working with, to get over to that edge. It's actually just a lot harder. Like it's more work for you. So that's just something to consider. I mean, actually, if we're being completely honest, let's pull this guy in here and let's measure inside to inside, which is what I probably should have done to begin with. Yeah.
So let's just measure inside to inside. We'll go here. So we're looking at 34.5 inches. It's not even 36 inches. So let's take this.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it unlocked and let's do 34.5 and see what it looks like. It worked out perfect.
Yay!
So
that's so funny.
That actually worked out perfect.
Love it.
So, yeah.
Love it, love it. Perfect. Okay.
I love when you think you messed up, but really you just
it's the Lord just
past
taking good
the
care of
past
you.
self, we're looking out for future
Yeah.
self.
Period.
Right?
Love
Okay.
it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yes, we get low resolution on so many things that I know for a fact are not
Actually,
low
really
resolution.
high resolution. Yeah.
That I don't understand it, but here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. So the next thing that you want to do before we move, there's a couple things that we're going to do before we move forward. First, we're going to choose our saying that's going to go on our sign. We're going to create that. And then we are also going to put an offset, okay?
Beautiful.
So let's go ahead and do our offset first. Because while we're talking about Waterslide and while we're talking about these florals, this part is very, very important, okay? So you can do this individually if you want to, or we can do it all together. Either way, it doesn't matter because these are separate pieces. So it's going to put an offset on everything, even the areas that you sliced, which you want it to do. Let me be clear. You want to do your offset after you slice, because you can't slice through 2 layers, and it's just a hassle. So what we're going to do, we're going to zoom out. I'm actually going to get rid of this guide here. I'm keeping this one because we still have to do our, what in the world? Where am I at now? Are you seeing this?
Mm-hmm. Maybe scroll down. Maybe scroll over. If you click there. Oh, okay. It, just needs to come back real fast. Just let it happen.
Okay.
You're full of life now.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, sorry guys.
Love it. So it's funny. So if your layers disappear on you, just give it a second.
And
right?
try to find them and click.
And then they'll come back. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Donna says, there's the jump. It has happened to me a lot. It's happening to me all the time.
Yeah, it's odd. So just act
know.
natural.
Act natural. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna select all of these layers, and you can see that I have layer 1, 2, 3, 4 selected. We are gonna come up here to the top and we're gonna put an offset on these. Now, it may take it a minute to put an offset on all of these because there is a lot going on.
But the offset is required to get the best result out of this project. Just remember.
And honestly, you all know us and know that we love a small offset, not for this project. You must have a fairly large offset, okay? And the cool thing is it is Waterslide decal, so it is see-through, so you can't really see it, okay?
Love that.
So let's do 0.4 because I want to get rid of everything inside here, which we can go back and contour out if you want to, but if we don't have to, why not just go ahead and make it bigger?
Right.
You know what I mean? Okay. Beautiful. And actually, I lied. We are going to have to do the offset separate. Now that I think about it, because when we do it all together, it just does the offset based on where everything is placed. So, scratch what I said a while ago because I just noticed what I did wrong. We do have to put an offset on each of these individually. So 0.25, once again, too small. We're gonna go, let's try 0.35 and see how that looks. That's good. We're gonna click apply. So we did 0.35 offset, so we're gonna come back and do a 0.35 on this one. Apply. There are some little tiny pieces in there that I am going to get rid of. And actually, let's just go ahead and do a 0.4 on this one. I didn't like how I wasn't a fan of how this down here at the bottom for some reason was put together. So we're just gonna do a 0.4 on that one. Apply. Once again, guys, it doesn't matter that these two are a little different. Not that big of a deal. Offset 0.4. Apply, offset 0.4, and apply.
Love it.
Beautiful. Now, before you move any of these, we are going to turn all of these offsets from black to white because we don't want there to be any ink printed, meaning if you choose the white, there is not going to be any ink printed around your flowers. So we're changing all of our offset colors to white. And after we are finished with that, we're going to come in and select those two, flatten together. Once again, we are having to flatten these separate, okay?
Love it.
Flatten, flatten, and flatten. And now it's giving me fucking error messages again. We're just gonna auto resize everything.
Smart.
Auto resize, auto resize, auto resize. And that one. Okay, beautiful. Now they're all gonna fit perfectly together. Except that one. It will be fine. Okay, so now we have all of our separate flowers. Yes, I understand that they're all, but look, when I come back in here, and the offset really doesn't matter. We can move these over and you can see how they're still going to fit and be beautiful. Now I know because we put the offset, this doesn't butt up to this one right now, but it is once we get there, I promise, okay? So now what we're gonna do, we're going to add our words onto our sign and then we're going to be ready to cut, okay? So we are using Celine and Violetta. I always like to start out with my biggest text first, which is going to be Celine. So I'm gonna come up here to fonts, go to system fonts. I'm gonna type in Celine. And now we can start typing in our font or our sayings. The first one, the first sign we says the best days start with gratitude. I like that. We're just gonna keep it.
That.
So we're gonna type in gratitude here.
Kirsten, the workbook that I was referring to, our font pairing guide, it has not been released yet. It comes out tomorrow. You've got to be back here tomorrow. We'll probably have some giveaways. We'll probably have some fun things up our sleeves. We'll go through the whole reference guide with you. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a launch party. But that will be under the Makers Can Learn member resources. So if you are a member and you're like, tomorrow, where do I look? You'll want to look over there at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Yay!
Okay, now that we have Celine and the word gratitude pretty large.
Also, Kirsten, I just realized you were referring to the actual guide that we are using in the project in Design Space, not our amazing font reference guide that's coming out tomorrow. That's embarrassing.
Yes, so if you're wanting to change your basic cut to a guide, for example, if we want to change this square to a guide, up here at operations, you see where it says basic cut and then there's an arrow pointing down. If you click that arrow, you can change it to the pin function, the foil function, the score function, or all the way down here at the bottom, you can change it into a guide like that. So we'll change it back to basic cut just because, and turn it back to white, because we are designing on here. So now we're going to type in the best days start with, and I'm actually gonna put my caps lock on because this is all, I love mixing a font. This font specifically does not have all capital letters, but I absolutely adore mixing like a part of a sentence or a part of a phrase that has all capital letters with all lowercase letters in the script font. So we're gonna type in the best days start with. And honestly, this looks kind of weird right now, and I don't want it that big. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to letter spacing, and we are going to bump up the letter spacing because we want to spread it out more. Do you all see how much better that looks just by bumping up that letter spacing? Do not be afraid. Do not in the least bit be afraid to play around with letter spacing, play around with word placement. So yeah, there's lots of things that you can do. I think I'm gonna bump it up just a little bit more because I feel like you can read it so much better.
I love it. And what is that top font again?
The top font is Violetta.
I love it.
Yes.
It looks like, standalone, like fonts like that, when you look at them by themselves, I'm like, missing something.
Yep.
You pair it with that Celine.
It changes the game.
It changes the game.
It changes the game.
I love it.
So let me just show you guys what I just did, because I think it's very important. I was just going to do it, but I think that you guys are really going to want to know how to do this. So let's just say I put gratitude where I wanted it, and I kind of moved this around, but I'm not 100% sure if that's where it should be. What you need to do is select the first section of your quote. Holding the shift key down, we're going to select gratitude as well. And now we're going to come up here to the top taskbar where it says align, and we're going to align this center horizontally. What that's going to do is it's going to align this top part this top part of your font or your saying with the bottom, and before moving it anywhere else, I can see that it does fit on a 24-inch mat. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. I personally want these to be cut out together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit attach. Okay? That way it is all now one layer. You can do attach, or if you want to go to combine and unite them, you can combine and unite them as well. Either one is fine. It's going to give you the same effect. It's just that think of attach as like a paper clip, which now you can uncombine. You can undo the unite. Whereas before, if you did weld, it was very permanent. And you couldn't change it after that. So I do like that you can undo unite.
Love it.
It's more like attach than it was before. So keep that in mind. They're both going to do pretty much the same thing. Now we are ready to get rid of our background, and we are ready to print.
Yay!
We're ready to send our Waterslide decal through, and we are ready to print and cut everything for our sign. So we're going to go to make it. What it's going to do is we're going to choose on the mat. We're going to confirm. We are going to have to use one 12 by 24 inch mat just because the words are pretty large, but these you can use the you can use the a 12 by 12.
Yeah.
So we know this one is the fourth piece. This is the only thing is it doesn't tell you like which piece is what now that it's separated, but that's fine. You can put it back together. So pretty much what you're going to do from this point is you are going to go to continue. We're going to send this to our printer. For this one, we do not want to add bleed because remember we put that white offset around it, so you can turn bleed off for this one, but we always love using our system dialog, okay? And then we're going to select print. It pulls up behind design space. From here, you're going to select your printer. We're feeding it from the rear tray. I'm changing it from auto select to photo paper and putting it on best quality. Now, what you would then do is put your paper in your printer with, we like to use the rear tray, and that's just because we know that it's going to pull it through this way and print on this side. Most printers, if you want to use a tray and you don't have the rear tray, you can put it in your bottom tray. Just know your printer. Most printers are going to print, it's going to pull it this way and print this way. So you're gonna have to put it upside down and then it pulls through this way, okay? So what you're gonna do is you are going to print, and actually I can print one and show you what it looks like. We do already have them printed and cut out just because it does take a little bit of time. But let me run and put this in the printer and I will print one for you so you can see what it looks like.
Let us know what your questions are. Everyone's saying it looks so good. I love this project. Now this is a more, I mean, it's two different skills. I mean, it's quite a few skills, honestly, between the designing, but the actual technique of this is going to be really, really good for you. So it is gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be really epic to see it all come together and really have something awesome. So yes, we would love that feature. Yes, you will have to rewatch this for sure. So Lauren's going through setting the rear tray. Are you gonna turn up that best quality?
I am. I just had to change printers real quick.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So good.
Let me grab a 12 by 24 inch mat.
Lauren's grabbing a mat. So this is gonna be awesome. Trying to see, let us know if you guys have any questions. This is such a fun class. If you all are just tuning in, I have a brand new free 3-day challenge. If you have any interest in growing your online presence and creating a online business, I'm teaching a little 3-day workshop. It's completely free. There's a VIP option that you'll definitely want to sign up for to get the most for only $27. So we're super excited. Are you looking for vinyl that's large enough for you?
Yeah, I'm not finding it.
Well, we'll just grab black or something. You want to go grab black?
You know what, there's black down here.
Beautiful.
So I was gonna use this really pretty green, but you all can see I have a lot of scrap pieces of this green and not enough to cut one area. So I'm gonna move it out of the way. We're just gonna grab some black because I think black is gonna be
black's
beautiful.
gonna pop.
It'll be fine.
So good.
And we're just gonna put black down.
Yeah.
On our mat.
Love it.
So while that's printing, I'm gonna go ahead and cut our other section. So I'm gonna lay this down on our mat. We are doing HTV, so we are doing the carrier sheet down. Also, is it just, that's odd.
What is it?
This HTV is not fully 12 inches across.
No, most isn't. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't realize that.
So good. Kelly, the class is the 5th, 6th, and 7th or the 6th, 7th, and 8th of May. It's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and since you're in Inner Circle, you get a free VIP ticket. Check your email.
Yay!
So good. Love it. This is HTV. We are using HTV on wood today. You're going to love it. Love it, love it, love it.
We are using HTV on wood. I love using HTV on wood. It's one of my favorites. Absolutely one of my favorites. So we're gonna go back to Design Space. We're going to choose our saying. We are going to edit and turn our mirror on because we are working with HTV. And I'm gonna just pull it away from the edge just a little bit. Done. We are using everyday iron-on, and we are just going to go ahead and feed this through our tray in just a second.
And yes, with this being HTV, you do want a mirror.
Yes,
So
I did turn
mirror
mirror
on. Stacy, if you have any questions, you can email customer service, hi@makerscanlearn.com, and they'll be able to assist you, my friend. So good.
Beautiful. Okay, while that's cutting, I'm gonna run out here and see if our water slide has printed.
So good, so good. I'm seeing signs for military and first responders. I need a serious sale on these signs. Yes, Shannon, I mean, there's so many. Imagine a fire truck, imagine like all types of different graphics. I just think the water slide decal adds such a cool glimpse. So it'll be super, super good. Love it. I love it.
We might have a little bit of an issue.
What's up?
Courtney is using the big printer and has like a lot of stuff to print, and we're out of ink in the small printer.
So we already have it cut out. So
Yeah.
really, we didn't need to. Lauren just always likes to over-deliver and make the show 2 hours.
I do like to over-deliver. I do have a very bad problem with that.
Which is actually a great problem. We benefit from it every day here.
Oh, and I forgot to hit play on there. So we're gonna hit play on that.
It's okay.
Either way, these are clearly the wrong colors. These are the wrong colors, but whatever. I did this because I want to show you what you need to do instead of just telling you. So I'm actually not gonna spray it on camera just because here is our tricks of the trade when it comes to water slide. You are going to spray this whole thing down before you cut it. Do not spray these before you cut it. The Cricut is still gonna cut through. It's not gonna jam up your blade with this stuff. You need to make sure that you spray this before you cut it. Now, what we do is we take an old cardboard box. That way it kind of stays contained in the one area. We lay this down inside our box, and then what you can do in a well-ventilated area, you are going to take your clear coat and you are gonna give it a really good spray, okay? You don't want to overspray, but you want to make sure that every surface, everything on here is covered, okay? Once again, I'm not gonna do it in here because we are in a well-ventilated studio, but still yet, the fumes, we're not doing it in here right now. You're gonna do that no less than 3 times.
Do not skimp on this part.
No, absolutely not. I mean, this is what takes the longest, but has the biggest impact because you must do no less than 3 layers and you must let it dry no less than 15 to 20 minutes in between each layer.
That's the hardest part of this project.
It is the hardest part. It's the waiting. The waiting is the hardest part, okay? Now, someone asked, can Waterslide be used on window, as window clings or on window clings? So let me just show you what, or I was gonna see if it told you what surfaces.
I don't know if I would do Waterslide on a window, to be honest.
I don't think I would do Waterslide on a window personally.
Yeah, I don't think that would be best.
But either way.
Not to say you couldn't do it. I just don't know if I would.
Yeah, I just don't think I would. I am using matte just because I like the way that the matte looks. And let's go overhead. Please don't look at the colors, guys. Please don't look at the colors. We clearly need to put new ink. You see how that's shiny? Can they see that that's shiny?
Yeah.
This is what it looks like after you spray the polyacrylic or the matte clear coat on it.
So
it just looks so much better.
Somebody says, why not spray after?
Because it can curl up the edges.
Yes.
We don't want the edges. You see how we don't want to curl this up right now. So that's why I'm not spraying after. I'm spraying before we cut. And then once we spray everything down, you can just keep it up and then just cut in order.
Right.
Okay? Now, we'll unload this. Now the magic is gonna happen. Now, ta-da! We've sprayed it 3 times and we've waited an hour. Yay!
We're on top of the world.
So what we are going to do now, and I'm gonna give you a task.
I'll start weeding. Give me a weeding tool. Give me, yeah, I'm on it. I got promoted. Y'all, I got promoted
if I can find
at work.
a weeding tool for you.
Lord help.
You think we'd be a craft channel or something.
Who needs weeding tools, Lauren? I got my fingernails. Here. Thanks.
Okay. So I'm actually not gonna bring my sign in just yet because there is a lot on the table. Let me move some things around just for a second.
This is a really large project, like no joke.
It is a very large project. So you do have to have room. Make sure you have room for everything. Okay. So now I want you to watch the magic of the Waterslide decal, and I'm gonna put this up here because we do need this here. So after this is done, watch. We're gonna dunk it in the water. Yep, it's gonna curl. Never fear, my friend, never fear. So you just wanna put it in the water until you can start moving it off the backer. You'll be able to tell. You wanna soak everything. Okay, so this is starting to come up over here on the edge. That's perfect. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull our sign in. We're gonna keep the backer on this right now, okay? But we know that it can come up. We're gonna pull this over here. And I actually should have cut this off first. I forgot about that. I'm gonna cut off this edge right here.
Lauren, do you know what type of HTV this is? It is the stickiest HTV I've ever used in my entire life. It's like weird.
Is it not just like Caesar?
Well, I don't know. Just questioning.
So now what we're gonna do with the backer on it, I'm going to line up the best that I can. These two right here. Line this up down there. And now I'm just going to very carefully start moving the backer off of this. So we're holding it down with our finger over here. And this didn't line up. And we are going to just move this out. Can they see that, Sadie? Now the cool part about Waterslide decal is it does not have to go, it's not gonna go down immediately, but watch. We can move this around, and then when we feel confident with the placement, what we can do, we're gonna grab some paper towels, and we're just going to start dabbing
so cool?
This out. Now, if it gets dry, all you have to do is add some more water, like over here on the corner. It got a little dry and it actually come down on itself.
And this is why I love live shows, because you can really see the best technique. So if you're nervous about trying this, just really focus on how Lauren's doing it and don't worry about anything else besides following the technique, so that when you do this, you'll feel totally confident and skilled at the process. Like you'll already know how to do it.
So one thing you must do is you must get all of the water out from under the Waterslide decal. So kind of squeegeeing the water up to the top and then patting it out. I don't even think this is the right paper. But it's okay, we're making it work.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's not doing what it's fine. Okay. So you see what I'm doing? I'm not moving it. You want to try your best to just dab, okay? And you can work out the...
And we didn't have to paint the frame, it came like this. So
it did come like this.
Just like this in the wood pile area of the Hobby Lobby. And those frames usually can find for like 50% off, which is amazing.
And I'm actually gonna grab my True Control knife. This is what happens if it is too big for the frame. If you do make it a little too large, not a big deal. I would just grab my True Control knife and cut this excess.
So good. I'm almost done weeding over here.
Beautiful.
Weeding.
So now what we're gonna do, and this does dry, don't worry, this does dry. Now you may start seeing that there may be like some water spots. You can come in and sand those out if that happens to you. But once that is dried down, or starting to dry down, we are going to add our HTV, and then I'm going to show you a trick, because you do need to let this completely dry before you seal it. And the reason that you need to completely let it dry is because there may be areas, you want all that moisture out before you seal it, number one. Number two, you want to make sure, there was some more water right there that I didn't see, sorry. You want to make sure that all the edges stay down, but if they don't, for example, for some reason this one right here was wanting to come up, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna fix that when we go to seal it, okay? So, after I'm going to turn my mini easy press on a heat setting of 2, and then once Tina is done weeding, we're going to add our HTV to the top, and then I'm going to show you how to seal your Waterslide and your sign, okay?
All right, I have like 2 pieces and we'll be ready to go.
So we did have someone ask, get Waterslide out with fingers, not tools. I personally like holding it down with my fingers. If you want to use tools, you can. I just feel like when I'm using my fingers, I can feel it a lot better, and I can see where my, where the area is like bunching up and things like that. So we do want to I like using my fingers, but you don't have to. If you feel more comfortable using tools, you can use tools. That's completely up to you. So now we are just going to line this up. And I'm going to grab a ruler and I'm going to measure from that side to that side, which is about 6 inches. We're a little closer to this side, so we're going to...
It's always great to measure twice. Cut once.
That's
and
right.
Apply once.
Move it over just a tad. Let's measure again. Oh, we're on 8 on that side now. What? We're getting closer, I guess. Still not right. Still gonna need to go back down this way a little bit. This is extremely sticky. Why is that?
It was just a very odd material, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Not really a fan of it, but it's what I had to work with. Okay. You know what? Close enough.
Beautiful.
Close enough. If you want to get it exact, by all means, please do. So we're just gonna lay this down. Like I said, we're working on a heat setting of 2. We are not going to touch our water slide with our mini easy press. Very important that we don't do that. And we're just gonna come in here and lay our HTV down on our sign. Does anybody have any questions so far?
Let's see. Let's see here. So, people are saying loving it, looking forward to trying it. Isn't that the... So, Jan, this is not... Oh, Jan said, is this the Cricut Economy Black? Do you know if that's the roll we had underneath? No, I think that was in sheets. No. It could be the Cricut Economy.
I don't know, but if it is not working. It is not working.
I will tell you, whatever kind it was just a little odd. It was a little different than what I am used to.
Maybe it needs to...
Lauren, just be careful and mindful with your mic. I think Megan said it was getting a little muffled.
Well, my mic is the least of my concerns right now, but thank you.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
It is, okay.
Yeah, just gotta be a little patient.
Well, while I'm being patient, let me just go ahead and get this. Oh, God. Y'all. So what were your thoughts on the
I really don't know whatever material it was. I'm trying to see if it was the kind. Let me check over here. Where's the leftover? Where's the roll that you have?
Underneath. I put it under. I don't think so because it came with the blue tape on it like it does from like 143. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this isn't, no, this isn't Cricut Economy at all. No, this is not it because it's on this big roll. Whatever kind it was, I mean, it's just, I don't know. You got your...
Yeah, I see that now.
It was just very different to weed than normal.
Oh, it's different to work with than normal.
Yeah, it's just a little bit different. Probably requires a little bit more time. I don't know. Sometimes the weather, oh, that was perfect. Yay. Sometimes the weather does that too. I feel like, I don't know. It was just a little weird.
Okay.
It was not expected.
No, and it's very sticky. Like this.
That was the problem. It's really not the vinyl to me.
It feels, this honest to goodness feels like adhesive vinyl. That's how sticky it is to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just really interesting.
Anyway.
Really interesting.
Anyway,
Crazy.
Now let's talk about sealing.
Yay.
And let's talk about what happens if my water slide decal dries and I feel it starting to come up, because y'all, there's a good chance that that might happen. So I'm gonna show you a little trick, what I have found works if this happens to you. So what we are gonna do is we are now going to seal our sign, but I'm gonna start out with the Maker's Magic and a glove. And what I found works the best is if you just take your finger, if you all were here for the resin, and you saw where I took my finger in the resin and just kind of worked it around with the sticker before putting the resin on top, just made it look more complete. This is going to help. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the Maker's Magic, and we're just going to kind of, where it is, if you do have it peeling up, and I'm kind of glad that this one peeled up because I wanted to show you guys, I'm just taking some Maker's Magic underneath it, and we're just gonna seal in those edges really good. So even where it comes up, and then, so you all can see where it hits the wood and where the water slide is, we're just going to seal in those edges so that it doesn't come back up.
Love it. And yes, a 24-inch mat would work with your Explorer too. I love it.
So same thing, this one came up a while ago, so I'm just adding some Maker's Magic behind it. And we're gonna lay that down. Now it is gonna look discolored at first, but I promise you it dries beautiful. And I'll show you an example. We had this one coming up right here specifically, and we were able to lay the Maker's Magic down behind it, and look, it just dried like it was normal.
Love it.
So if for some reason most of your water slide decals should not come up like that, I think it's because it's on the wood and it kind of just like soaks in the moisture. It might do that, but like I said, if it does, grab you a, like this one right here is doing it as well. Just grab you a glove, and what you can do, put a little bit under it, and then we're just going to work it out and lay it back down. Now, the rest of this looks great, so I'm gonna take my glove off, and I'm just going to start. I'm gonna grab a bigger paintbrush. BRB.
Okay, she's grabbing a bigger paintbrush just to make sure everything's sealed in. Guys, we're using Maker's Magic today, which they just came out with their matte Maker's Magic too. I am obsessed with it. If you have not got to play around with Maker's Magic, highly recommend it. It'll be linked down below. Pick some up. It'll replace all your Mod Podge, everything like that. It'll be epic, so yay.
So now what we're doing is we're just adding a nice layer of Maker's Magic on our sign. Yes, it is going to make it look discolored at first. That's because it's just gonna soak in and seal that wood and the HTV and the water slide. Now we are using the Maker's Magic matte today, just so you guys know. And we're just gonna give it a good seal.
So fun.
And that's it. Now would be a great time if anyone has any questions to go ahead and ask questions.
Yeah, let us know what your questions are. We're so excited to help you guys make this project or anything like that. If you have not joined the membership, if we have anyone here that's not a member, let me know, because I would love to welcome you into the Maker's Corner membership today. Sadie's go drop you the link to join the membership for $1.
$1.
$1. You get 20 downloads of your choice. It's a great way to just try out the membership. And then you can upgrade to yearly or just become a monthly member in 7 days. You get 20 download credits during your 7-day trial here. When you say yes to membership, you get over 14,000 plus cut files, over 1,000 fonts. You get our Cricut resources. We have a new one coming out tomorrow. Yay! And
so excited
more.
about that.
Yay! Definitely play around, get in it, get signed up. And then tomorrow you'll have to come back because we have a huge training on font pairing and we have that new resource coming. So you're going to love it. Valerie says, can you buy Maker's Magic in Canada? I'm not sure. I don't think so. So you might just want to, if you have a US address with a forwarding service or something like that, that's what I would do to get a hold of it. So it is so good. Yay. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But yes, if you're not already a member, get in there, join the member only Facebook group as soon as you join today. It is going to be the best investment for your Cricut machine possible. All right, so get in there, I love it, love it, love it.
Now, I'm not going to seal this other side just because it's still wet from the Waterslide decal, but I am going to grab a heat gun real quick, and I'm going to dry this so that you all can see exactly what happens once it dries.
Okay, perfect. Love it, love it, love it. So good, so good. Oh, Sin just says it is available on Amazon Canada, so definitely grab in there, get in there.
That's
on Amazon
amazing.
Canada. Would you need to seal if you didn't use Waterslide? So Laura, you wouldn't need to seal it. We're just choosing to, like, if we want to put it outside or anything like that, get the best results.
So this is literally the reason, and you all know us, we normally don't seal our projects, but the reason that we are this one is because Waterslide can be tricky sometimes, and a lot of these signs people want to keep forever. We always have people ask, what kind of sealant would you use?
Right.
And honestly, before the Maker's Magic, we wouldn't suggest using any sealant.
Yeah, now this sealant is different because it's such good quality. Like, I love putting it over heat transfer vinyl, regular vinyl, anything, and it's awesome. So you'll love it. And the heat gun, if you don't have one of these heat guns, if you're impatient, like, add it. We got Mother's Day coming up, we got Father's Day coming up. Add this Wagner heat gun to your wish list. If you're an impatient crafter like me, it's a game changer, okay? Game changer. We love it. Don't you think, Lauren?
Yep.
It's my favorite heat gun. It's, like, very industrial. Like, a little too. Don't you think that's your favorite heat gun?
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm just looking at what this, oh, it's just drying.
Yeah,
okay, I was
it's
just real
perfect.
confused.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, the heat gun is a game changer. You're going to be obsessed with it.
So because it does soak down in the wood, it's going to take it a little while to fully dry and fully cure without me, like, completely bubbling it up. So this looks awful down here. Let's just talk about that. But look, you see how much better, like, this up here that's fully dried, how much better this looks than like this. Because it's not dry yet. Oh God.
Right.
And that's it.
Love it.
That's it.
Such a fun one.
I mean, this feels amazing
Yeah,
right
isn't that
here.
crazy?
Which, of course, like I said, this side needs to dry some more.
Yes, before you
but
go in.
this side
So amazing.
looks great.
It looks literally store-bought. Like,
I
it
know.
looks, like, just so everyone's aware, like, it looks like we printed it on the wood.
Yeah, it does look like we printed
Like,
it on
don't
the wood.
even, yeah, like, it literally looks printed on the wood. Like, what? So
Yeah,
awesome.
I want to dry it a little bit more. It'll dry on its own.
Yay! We love it, love it, love it, love it. And it is awesome. So good. Kelly asked, why didn't you use clear sticker paper? Kelly, you're welcome to do so. It's just not going to get this result.
No, it's gonna, first of all, it's going to be, I mean, like we said, you can. It's absolutely doable. It's not gonna look like it was literally printed on the wood.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Waterslide decal, is it just looks like it's printed on the surface.
I mean, no material is going to get that thin without the Waterslide technique.
Yeah.
So that's why it takes more investment to get to reap the reward.
Yes.
You know, there's just not a thin enough material. So yes, if you're wanting to make a quick and easy, simple project, go for it. Use that clear sticker paper. I think it's a great thing to have up your sleeve. I wouldn't use it for a project that I'm going to put in my home for a long time.
Yeah.
Or a project that I'm going to gift to somebody probably, because I want it to look store-bought. Like,
Yes.
if you have that tool in your tool belt, this is a process that will, in my opinion, it doesn't take that much more to do this than it would clear sticker paper. You're still doing all the design work. You're still doing all of that.
Yes.
The only difference is once you print it, you're just go stick it on, whereas this, you'll do your layers of
But
spray.
see, the thing about it is you have more movement on this one than you
Yes.
do sticker paper. So
There
you
is
have
flexibility,
a lot more flexibility to move it around before it dries down and really gets stuck.
Which
now
is possible to, it's able to rock, like it's awesome.
Yeah, we did have someone ask a question, can you use Waterslide on, somebody said, I think like plastic bags. I would only use Waterslide on something that's gonna stay stationary,
Yes,
just
yes,
because
yes, yes.
if a bag, even like those hard, like the plastic stadium bags that people carry, I'm
I
assuming
wouldn't do
that's
that.
what you would do.
Possibly.
They still have movement and can crinkle the
it's a
Waterslide
So
decal.
it needs to be like either like a porous, like ceramic, glass. Wood is like the material where it's like starting to get like a little like troublesome or in a way, but not super troublesome. So definitely
flat
just be aware.
surface.
Flat for sure, not go be like moved or
It
scrunched or
can
anything
work
like that.
on a curve. We have done it on a pumpkin before, which was curved. But once again, it was decoration.
It was definitely, but it was also a challenge. Yeah, it was not
very
easy for you.
challenging.
So just be aware of that. Someone says, how do we get these files if we're not a Maker's Gonna Learn member, if possible? I paused. So Jen, you just need to be a member. There's no other way to do it.
You can do it for $1.
You can join for $1. It's only $1,
$1.
and you get 20 download credits. So literally that's 5 cents a download. I think all of us can budget $1 in our budget this day, week, time. This latte was $6.
Wow.
So what you can do is join for $1, pick out all the files you want. You can either stay a member and become monthly at $27 a month, still less than $1 a day. What? Or you can upgrade to yearly, save even more than that, or you can cancel. So whichever way you want.
Someone did
That's
ask
how you
about
get the files.
Yes, someone did ask about the backer. Let's go back over here. I want to show you guys one more time because I was being very, very cautious about that one. Let me just show you exactly what Waterslide once the backer comes off. So once you have sprayed it, you're going to put it in your water. It's going to have to soak for a minute or so, okay? Not very long. And then when you are placing it on your surface, it comes off the backer, and this didn't soak long enough. This is not the Sunny Scopa brand, by the way. It's like this one's already like disintegrating. This is not the Sunny Scopa brand, BTW. But yes, it comes off the backer. I literally hate this brand.
That one, like, that's setting you up for failure.
This is why we get not off-brand. So yes, the backer
yes,
comes
yes,
off. Let me find a smaller one.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. So what it does, you let it soak, and then it will eventually, this is not the good brand. I'm telling you, the brand matters.
You can just see how that one's just so thin. You just want to be careful.
But it just slides off the backer. And that one actually, you get it.
Love it.
You
love
get the
it,
gist.
love it. So good. So good. So go ahead, join the membership. Jen, it's only $1. You can totally sign up, pick the files. Don't feel guilty to feel like you can't cancel. You can. We just love to have this offer available for people who want to try it and check out the website fully before they become a member. It's helped so many people. It's so many people's origin story to how they become a member. If you can afford a Cricut, I promise you, you can afford the membership, and here's why. You will save just so much money by utilizing the membership. You're no longer having to pay for cut files. You're no longer having to pay for fonts. We're gonna help you save money with your crafting journey, and we're gonna allow you to make and sell the projects if you would like. Plenty of people pay for their memberships just by selling a few projects from the channel every month. So that's how a lot of people justify it too. So if you're looking for ways to help justify a membership or anything like that, it's such an easy way. We would love to have you come back tomorrow for our font release. Oh,
it's a big
exciting.
one.
So exciting. We can't wait to share with you everything. It's gonna be some training, some resources. We're gonna browse through. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to see what you all think of everything that Sadie's been working on. It is incredible. So we're super, super excited for that and the whole team. Someone says, could you seal it with the clear spray if keeping the sign inside?
You can.
Yeah.
I definitely think you could seal it with the clear spray. The only thing is, because the wood, it's a wood is one of those surfaces, like once it soaks the water in, there may be places for some reason.
Right.
We did very well, and we still had like little corners that kept wanting to pop up. I think it's a good idea to have the Mod Podge or the Maker's Magic. Y'all, we're not saying go out and throw your Mod Podge away.
No.
If you have it, use it till it's gone.
Yes.
And then if we had to choose, if we were completely out and we had to choose between Mod Podge and Maker's Magic, we're gonna go Maker's Magic.
Now, I'm probably just throwing the Mod Podge out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Let's not.
But I'm frugal Franny here,
honey.
And I'm
the Mod Podge. Like, here's my beef with Mod Podge. Like, I'm not a fan. Any dust in your home, it sticks. Any glitter sparkle, like anything, it will start sticking to. No, it's after seeing Maker's Magic.
Yeah,
it's out.
You're right.
It's out. It is out for me.
But if they don't want to order a big thing of, listen, first of all, if you're gonna craft, you need Maker's Magic. Period. Point blank.
I really love it, and I'm not paid to do so. I'm just like really a fan of the product. Like truly, I am friends with the creator of it. So if you think that sways it, I promise you,
it does not. It actually makes them a little more harsh on the product.
There's other, my friends have invented other products and I'll just not use them or talk about them. I literally only talk about products I adore. Okay, so Maker's Magic is something that I gladly will pay for, have paid for, and probably will pay for in the future. It is a significant, I won't say significant, it is more expensive than Mod Podge, but ask yourself why. Like, if you watch any video on it, no one's out there being like,
can we just look at this sign overhead and see how there are zero
Yeah.
Okay,
let the product speak for itself.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna show you guys.
Yeah. I don't even have to sell it. Like, it sells
Where are the
itself.
brush strokes?
Where are they?
Where are the brush strokes? That's completely sealed in.
Literally,
where are the brush strokes?
Literally.
Can they see the brush strokes?
Go?
Okay.
Where did they go?
Where are they at? Because they're not on this.
Wow.
I mean, you can't even like just take a good feel.
I mean.
Okay, we're throwing the Mod Podge out.
I mean, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway.
That is crazy. So that has been so much fun. We absolutely adore everything that you guys have got going on. We're so excited to see you guys make this project. Come back tomorrow for our font training. And in the meantime, grab the membership for $1.
Yep.
Or you can go ahead and grab the Profit Creator 3-day workshop. It's free. Or you can go VIP after you enroll. You'll have that opportunity, so don't forget it. Grab it while you can, and it is gonna be so good. Love it, love it, love it. I will see you guys back here real soon. Thanks
we'll
for watching.
see you here tomorrow.
Yay!
And we're gonna release our font pairing guide.
Woo-hoo. See you tomorrow.